What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it already. Okay, let's talk about this thing here. Here we are at about $0.003568 on the dot, down about 7% this week. Toshi, I think, is underperforming some cryptos this week, and that's okay. I mean, let's just see if that's true. Others, nope, not others USD, just others. On a weekly time frame, yeah, others is up 4%. Toshi is down, so probably it does move down. By the way, I was looking at this, you guys. I think this is BS, right? Isn't this the most BS? The Guardian making this. Do we worry too much about misinformation? Like, what kind of brainwashing backwards shit is that? Like, are you kidding me? No, we don't. No, we probably don't worry enough about misinformation, actually. And I think that's part of why the world has gone backwards crazy, right? In fact, the places that are worrying about misinformation the much, we're coming up. We're on the up and up, actually. This is some weak BS made by the people who are basically saying, hey, can we lie to you without you worrying about it, please? That's what this title's telling me. Can we just lie to you without you worrying about it too much, please? Like, you guys might be worrying about it too much. Everything was so much better whenever you didn't worry. Sorry, I'm on a whole different tangent here. So dumb. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Actually, Tim Waltz is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. But that's another topic for another time. From a low to a high, golden ratio support here, rejecting the 0.5 back to the golden ratio. There's no doubt in my mind you're going lower, Toshi. You probably do go lower. We were thinking that this was the bottom. We were thinking that was the low. Is that a nice area to find support? You did pump up a lot, and with the anticipation of Bitcoin dropping down, to about 72K, around that area there, 74 to 69, 68K, something like that. When Toshi was up here, it made a lot of sense that we would not drop below that low. Why? Because from this area down, that'd be over a 30% drop. But while everything else has moved up now, while Bitcoin has moved up, Toshi's been moving down. A 20 to 30% drop from here. Let's just see. 20% takes you back to this low, 30% takes you through this low, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Toshi did end up from here dropping a whole nother 40%, because statistically speaking, that's your next probable area. When you find support at the golden ratio and you reject the 0.5, you come back down like this, there's only two possible outcomes. One, you find a double bottom, and for that you need to find support around here. Maybe it's a double bottom, maybe it's a slightly higher low, maybe even a slightly lower low. I'll accept that, but you need to go down and then you need to come back up and close above the golden ratio. But most likely what's going to happen is that you continue to drop and you go down to your 786. That's the likely outcome to happen. And you might even go a little bit below there. But the 786 here, prior areas of support here, you also have prior areas of resistance here, something like that. So something between about 3021 to 3019. Something in that area is where I think you'll go for support, Toshi. So a little bit lower to go, and not so little at the same time. Daily RSI, rejecting the 50, not a good look, my friends. Getting oversold and rejecting the 50 is not a good look. Same thing with stochastics. Stochastics are supposed to oscillate, man, between the oversold and the overbought zone. Whenever you get any of this tomfoolery in between, that's not a good sign, right? Whenever you're failing to get overbought, when you're getting oversold and you're finding resistance below the 50 on the RSI, that's not a good thing. But it's even worse whenever the stochastics is doing it, right? Whenever you're failing to get overbought after being oversold, it's even worse there. The MACD, let's just see what this is saying here. Fiki, I love you, dude, but you're being annoying. I'm talking to my cat. You guys can't see him, but he's down here. He's been very, very needy today for whatever reason. But I'm patting his butt. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this. Maybe it's just my cats, but they love it when I pat their butt. So do dogs. I think people do too, right? Everybody likes a little butt pat. Give somebody a butt pat, right? Butt pat a stranger. No, probably not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get away from that topic right now. Yeah, you are building bullish momentum here on your MACD while not really doing anything. You're actually coming down, and your bullish momentum is decaying, to be completely fair. But this is not a good look, and your oscillators are below the zero. I have a feeling that what you'll see is these oscillators come back down. You'll form a slightly higher low, or maybe even a lower low, some kind of double bottom in this area. But likely you will go lower. So yeah, I definitely am expecting that. Let's look at this on a different chart because I don't want to have all that noise there. Let's just see. And maybe you know what, we can actually, we don't even need to use MEXC anymore, because we've looked at the all-time history kind of 4 hour time frame. We're using the shorter stuff. Yeah, 4 hour RSI looks bearish as hell, right? You had an uptrend, but you broke through it. You're living below the 50, not a good look. You did do something nice with that one moment that you had right there, but I think that was just a FOMO event. I don't know what happened here that caused it to pump so much, but just call it standard volatility, I suppose. Chalk it up to that. 1 hour RSI is bearish as hell. Yeah, I think we're going lower, you guys. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. All right, we can look at Toshi, maybe with the ribbons here real quick on MEXC. Yeah, we'll do that real quick. Pull up some ribbons. I know people appreciate the ribbons, the ribbonis. From a daily time frame, ribbon is crossed to the downside. You wicked into it, found resistance, and you're going lower. Not a good look. From a 3-day time frame, your ribbon is still crossed to the upside. That's nice, but you can go lower and it still maintains its cross. This is such a new chart. I don't normally look at the 4 hour on the ribbon because it's going to mislead you most of the time, but yeah, the 4 hour looks bearish too, in all fairness. So I got nothing else to say, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We do talk about Toshi pretty often. I know that we were all hoping that this was the low. It was looking like it really was, but unfortunately, it's now looking like you want to go lower, and that's why we check in on this thing from time to time to make sure that we're not missing anything, and we don't have to talk about it being at the lows when it's at the lows, but beforehand. So I very much do believe that you're going lower. One last thing, from a high to a low here, you're at your golden ratio now. So if you move up a little bit from here, don't be surprised just because you move up at about point. But the thing is, I don't think you will, because all the shorter term time frames look bearish as hell. So I don't think that you will move up from here. But if you did, if you moved up to like 304, that's nothing to get excited about. Okay, you should only get excited if you really move up above like 305 or 30, maybe 3045, but 305 is what it would take for me to get excited. All right, now I really have nothing else for you guys. I think we're going lower. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Bye bye.